Hello, hello. Anybody home? I don't know. This thing is looking so tall. Okay. You're welcome back again to my channel. So let's wait for others. My look is different today. Let's wait for others. Let's see how many people will join. Let's catch up on those recent updates. So if you are just coming across this channel, please, you are highly welcome. Do well to like this video. I'll just be waiting for another 5 minutes or 3 minutes so others can join. If not, we'll get started. First of all, happy weekend to you all. How are you guys enjoying the weekend? For me, I've been indoors and then we've been doing house chores. Yeah, because it's only weekend. We usually have this um, free time to really do cleanup. Other days of the week, we'll just rush out, then come back tired. So thanks for joining, and I hope it's going to be a very interesting live session. Please let me drink. It is hot here where I'm doing this video. Okay, let's wait for, what time is it now? It's like so as soon as it's 5 minutes past 2, we'll kick off. Although I made a video last week, I am still yet to edit the video because time is really not our friend here in Canada. I don't know if that's how it is elsewhere. You just get busy from morning to night, and when you finally stop doing things, you want to relax, you want to sleep so that you can get strong for the following day. So I did that video talking about um, these new changes to provincial nominee programs, talking about the 5 provinces, Manitoba, Alberta, Saskatchewan, where we have this rural um, immigration pilots like RNIP, rural nominee, something. So I made a video about it, and I just hope to, edit the video and upload it. But in the meantime, there have been so many updates. I was like, oh, how can I catch up? And one of the ways I can catch up is by going live. And some persons that must have asked me questions in the comment section that haven't got their response yet, this is also another opportunity for you to bring the question, and then to the best of my knowledge, I will be able to reply. So it's now 5 minutes past 2. I think I can start off now. So we'll be taking it step by step. For those that are not conversant with the recent IRCC updates, like I said, a lot of updates since April. In fact, since we entered into this year. But April, even this May, so many updates that once I see them, I'll be like, oh, how can I sit down quickly create this content? So first is the talking about the provincial nominee program, that is Canada PNP. I really want to talk about that. This PNP is now gaining ground as one of the ways you can immigrate to Canada as a permanent resident. It's gaining ground. In fact, the time we came to Canada, there were more options. People were still using more of express entry to come into Canada, but as of today, it's like PNP is taking over. because it's not easy to get a very high CRS score for express entry. So PMP is taking over. Another good thing about PMP is that even if you're above 40 years, you can actually scale through if you are going through the PMP route, even if you're above 40 years, depending on how you go about it. So PMP is really, really taking over. And I want to explain all you need to know about this program and the recent changes that have come up. So if you are looking at PMP, if you are looking at coming and you have been in the express entry pool, see, one thing I used to tell people, there is no need to delay. You know, some people they say, let us wait and see if it will come down. Let us wait and see. I don't think it's going to come down. I don't think CRS score is going to come down. Even if CRS score will come down, not below 500, it can play around 520, 530, like that. But I don't see CRS coming down. It's my opinion though. I don't see it coming down soon. You know why? The government of Canada is doing everything to even see how should I say he now can reduce the rate of immigrants, especially the illegal ones, and even the ones that are already illegal in the country. They are looking for a way to deport them. So it is not at this stage they will now be reducing CRS score, because if they reduce CRS score, almost everybody will be able to go through. So they are looking for ways, because inflation is hitting hard, cost of living is high. So they have been able to do their research, and they now know what is bringing up this inflation and the rest. So they are trying to tie it to illegal immigrants that are living in Canada. For example, the working hours for international students have been reduced to 20 hours. What does that mean? I know people are not looking at it from one angle. People have been looking at it from one angle rather. But again, it will create more jobs for people that are like permanent residents. There was somebody that was about to get a job. So I was pushing for the guy's job. I was pushing for it. So I met the guy. I was like, you've not asked me how far, or are you no longer interested? So the person was like, no, I think I'm going to put a hold on it now, because now students can no longer work for more than 20 hours. So what that means is that there will be more job opportunities. There will be more job opportunities for like PRs, citizens, or students that have finished graduated. I think that's people. I don't think anybody has really said that about this reduction of working hours. But let me not overflow that. So now that PMP is taking over, what you need to know, you see, nearly all the provinces in Canada do PMP, except for Quebec and Nunavut. They operate their own immigration process. They don't follow the same process as others. But that does not mean you totally rule them out of Canada. Of course, Quebec, Nunavut, they are in Canada, but they operate their own immigration system. So now let's now come down to the rest provinces in Canada. They all do PMP. We have 13 provinces minus 2. We have 9. We have 11 left. So the remaining 11, they do PMP. So what that means is that you have a good ground, or you have opportunities to explore other provinces. So if these provinces, am I right? Eligibility is kind of strenuous, you can try for another. So you have 11 provinces to play with. So without wasting much time, let's look at those changes and explain more about this PMP, but I will try to upload a video of the RNIP I made last week. So the provincial nominee program serves as a pathway to permanent residence in Canada for people who want to immigrate to a particular Canadian province or territory. So each province and territory has its own strengths. That's true. What applies to this particular province may be different from that of the other province. So let me just go straight. Now, the qualifying requirements and application processes for these streams vary since the provinces created them to assist in achieving their own immigration goals. That's also self-explained. So, a successful PMP candidate will receive a nomination from a particular province. So, when that person receives nomination, which is like a letter, you get it through an email, then you can now put it in your express entry profile that will now lead you to becoming a permanent resident. So basically that is how PMP works. But then this PMP is divided into two parts. So initially when I started this video, I said if you are older than 40 and you are looking at coming to Canada, just know that going through express entry alone may be tricky because of your age. But if you are now going to be thinking about PMP, then that would be the best bet. So PMP operates two forms of express entry system or express entry process. We have the non-express entry and we have the express entry process. I will explain these two to you. If you want to do express entry PMP or PMP express entry, exactly. If you want to do PMP express entry, it's just like going through the normal express entry route. What you need to do is to first of all create your express entry profile. By now, I believe you should know how to create your express entry profile. But if you don't, I have that video on this channel. Hi, Tech with Bumi. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So if you want to apply through the express entry system and it's PMP, like your mind has already told you that it is PMP that you will use. First of all, create your profile. One thing some people don't also know is that you need to meet a minimum score to be able to qualify for PMP. That is why they will tell you the requirement. You need a low CRS score to be able to apply for PMP in a particular province. And it also differs. Alberta, for example, may say 300. Another province may say 350. You understand? So those are the CRS score requirements. If you, talking about the PMP express entry, if you are not meeting up to the CRS score in your express entry profile for PMP, you may not be qualified for PMP. For example, you got into the express entry pool and all you could ever get was like maybe 250. I think the CRS score is low. Not for express entry draw, but for PMP. But then, like I said, it differs. But the lowest I've seen so far for provinces requesting or requiring PMP is 300. It is a pretty low score that ideally you should be able to get it. Okay? So if you are going through the express entry system but PMP route, create your express entry profile, then start your PMP processing. So basically for express entry PMP, you would create your express entry profile and start processing. So that was exactly how we did ours. At least this one, I'm talking from experience. What happened was that after we created our express entry profile, we had maybe 370 something, which was not too bad, but it was not high enough to give us ITA. So then we just left it, and we were looking for a way to boost our score. Then we started the PMP process, and when we got our nomination, we went back to our profile, we added it. So that's exactly what I just explained. Then the other one, which is the non-express entry process, it is you getting the nomination first before creating your express entry profile. The only disadvantage about this is that it takes a longer processing time. That's the only difference. But trust me, you will still achieve it. So who are those I would recommend for the non-express entry process? There are those that after checking their eligibility for express entry, they've seen that getting the express entry, getting CRS score will not be too. That is when I say getting a CRS score, I'm saying getting a high CRS score will not be achievable. Then they just first of all go ahead to, get their provincial nomination first. So that way, when you are creating your profile, you will just slot it in. Hope you guys understand. So, moreover, provincial nominee stream you are applying to will determine how you should submit your application. You may need to submit your application through express entry or non-express entry process. Then if it's through the express entry or non-express entry, you will need to do your medical check. We did it. You will need to do your police check, but that will be after getting your ITA. Yes, once you have gotten your ITA, I think you'll be given like 60 days to provide all those things. So the non-express entry was what I just explained now. You apply to the province to be nominated, then you meet the eligibility requirements, you'll be nominated, they apply for permanent residency online, then you need to get your medical and then police check, whatever. So in both ways, you need the two. So now let's see how applying through the express entry process will be. If you are going through the express entry process, thank you so much. If you are going through the express entry process, you will need to get in touch with the province. Exactly what I just explained. So if the province agrees to nominate you, then you are good to go. You create your express entry profile, you receive your nomination, blah 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 blah. Now, there were some changes to language requirements that I think I uploaded that video on my shorts, that IELTS will no longer be required for temporary visas. Yeah, but there is a but. But for those that are still going through PNP, you may need to upload your IELTS results, and there's a way they will check it. I'm trying to check for that update. Plenty updates, guys. Plenty updates. So let me see. Talking about the language. Okay. The language requirement. So even though they are talking about IELTS, they've not totally scrapped it. Yeah, I've seen it. Language requirement for PNP express entry applicants. So every PNP candidate nominated under an express entry stream has to take a language exam. So if you are going through express entry PNP route, you will still do IELTS or CELPIP, whichever one. CELPIP is the recent English language test. So In their express entry profile, applicants must list their exam results. So IELTS or language test was not totally scrapped. So if you are still going through the express entry route, you will still do IELTS. Hope we have established that. So because test results in express entry are electronically verified with the testing agency, PNPEE, that's Provisional Nominee Program Express Entry Candidate, do not need to submit a copy of their test results with their application. So that's it. Now let's go to AAIP, talking about the Advantage Immigration Program. In fact, it's part of what I will upload in my video. The one I said I did, I talked about it. So this is effective from April um, 30th. So I will upload that. So there's no need to talk so much about that. Um, British Columbia too, they have their updates. In fact, nearly all the provinces, they have their own updates. So let's go to the next immigration updates, guys. So that way we'll have caught up with the recent updates. Oh, sound not clear. Oh, can you hear me now? Please, if you can hear me now, just let me know. Sorry, I was just talking. So if you have any question that you've been wanting to ask about all these updates, then please, this is a good time to ask, because sometimes when people ask under my video, yeah, I answer some, but sometimes it's not easy. So this is another update talking about the Canada to, maybe I should put up this fan. I believe it will be clearer now. Canada to propose new asylum rules to do faster deportations. So that one we already know. It has been a common news. The Canadian government have noticed that some people that have been sent letter to leave the country, they are still living in Canada. So they are looking for a faster way to, carry out the process. So basically, that's what that update is talking about. So let's go to the next update. Then I would love to talk about RNIP. Somebody asked me, I don't know if I can reverse this camera. The person was like, how can they get job from outside of Canada? There's what we call RNIP. I think I will digress now because I know that's what most persons want to hear. Then if there's still time, I will just still talk about other updates. So I think this one is very, very important now. I will see if I can take my camera. There's what we call job bank. Job bank. It is a registered site or a registered website where Canadian jobs are posted to. So I think the person was trying to ask how can person get a job. I didn't really get that question. So I don't know how feasible it is. Let me see if I can use this system and I will reverse the camera on how to know jobs to apply for from outside of Canada, because it's not all jobs that can give you LMIA. Although recently the government of Canada listed out some companies that are allowed to employ foreign workers. They do. They do. They will need language test. But what they are saying is that if you are going through express entry, which you cannot really escape when you are going through PNP route, you don't need to upload it because they have a way they verify it. Yes, you write it there that you've done your English language test. They have an electronic way of um, verifying it. So you will need those that don't need are those on temporary visas, like visitors, tourist people. Maybe students, do they need IELTS? I think it also depends on their school. Some schools will tell you it's not compulsory, while some will tell you it's compulsory. But if you must go through express entry, you will do IELTS. Just that it is not compulsory for you to upload it into express entry system. But you can just say that yes, you've done your IELTS. Hope that was clear. Just ask any question, anyone I'm very sure about, I'll just let you know. So, how to know jobs that are verified, how to know jobs that their employers have registered LMIA, how to know jobs that are fake, how to know jobs that their LMIA status is pending. That this part of this video is for those that want to get a job in which LMI is required. Somebody asked me in the comment section. Honestly, I don't know how to explain it, but I think this is a good forum for me to explain this. Should I go ahead or we should change the topic? Let me know so that you will know how easy it is to get job. So for those that are still considering coming, if you cannot go through PMP route, maybe it's kind of stressful. There's what we call RNIP. RNIP is also another way you can relocate to Canada via communities. It is very similar to PNP, just that um, this one, the RNIP is not provincial based. Yeah, it's not provincial based, it is community based. That's just the difference between RNIP. So in RNIP, it is communities in a province that are going to be doing um, the selection process or something. But in provincial, it's more of province. So in that video again that I told you, there are five provinces that are doing this RNIP, this rural program. It is Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, British Columbia, I think Ontario. So those five provinces are the ones that you need to target now. If you are thinking RNIPs, PNP is too difficult, then try this. Then if you can chat me up, I will send you a link of these communities, of their jobs in demand. You know why I like this RNIP is that they will post their job in their own link, in their own community link. They will also still post it in SAS job bank. So that way, the one in their community is better because it's more enclosed. There is a greater chance of you quickly locating the jobs in demand there than you going to job bank. Job bank is for all the jobs in Canada, provinces, communities, and all that. But this RNIP, these communities have their own league. So there was a time somebody was asking me, Joy, can I come over? I said, well, target all those rural areas in these provinces I mentioned. And the person targeted Moose Jaw. Moose Jaw is a community in Saskatchewan. It's like a village. So they need people, they need engineers. In fact, they need more of when I went through the link, they need more of all these food people, food supervisor, food this, food that. So I was like, this is a good opportunity for people to be able to. Sorry, it's getting too loud here. This is a good opportunity for people. This is a good opportunity for people to, you know, sorry about that. Good opportunity for people to get jobs. So let's quickly check the link. So I don't know how it's going to be. I already have an account with Job Bank. So I don't know if I can recreate another one. But if I cannot create another one, it's a simple process. So there's also what we call the premium version. The premium version is for those that are already residing in Canada and are permanent residents or citizens. So jobs you see in Job Bank, they will tell you if you should apply or not. What I'm trying to say is that they will tell you strictly for permanent residents and citizens. You get? So that way you will don't stress yourself. But the one that is free, you also know. So let me reverse the camera and then let's see how to get jobs from outside of Canada easily. Maybe I will use another account. I don't know if that will work. That will work. So we'll check what they have. So job bank is not showing. Don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's looking so dark. I don't know if it's bold enough, but I'm trying to see how I can work it. Maybe I should put off this um ring light. Okay. Maybe. Okay. So this is the only way I know I can explain it. Otherwise, I can do a video on it though. So let's see how we can get a job on from job bank. So just type jobbank.ca, jobbank.ca. So site cannot be reached. Let's see. So they made it very, very, very easy here. I'm using another account, so I don't know if it will ask me to create. If it asks me to create another account, then better for us, for those that have not been able to um create an account with Job Bank, because you cannot really you don't really know how easy it is if you don't try it. Some people will just tell you it's not easy to get a job from outside of Canada, but just try your best. I'm trying to brighten the screen of this system. Don't know if okay. So I've brightened it. We'll go back to our browser. So let's see. Okay. Job bank. Job bank. .canada or .ca .gc just ca. Oh, but this one says Saskatchewan .gc .gc .ca. So that way it's going to show us all the parts of Canada. I don't want to specify Saskatchewan because okay, you can see it just took me to job bank directly. It's not asking me to sign in. So this shows that I've already created an account. But if you have not, see, I can sign in here. I can sign in here. So when you've signed in, this is what you should see. So if you're an employer, you come here. Hope you guys are saying this. If you're an employer, I will come here. If I'm an employer, but I'm a job seeker. If you see any, okay, I need to sign in. Okay. I saved my stuff to the system already. Ooh. Okay. That worked very fast. Okay, so this is how my dashboard looks. It's trying to tell me that I came here last 7 days ago. If you want to look for an occupation that you think you would like, then you can come here. You type it in. This was what I was trying to explain, that you have many food service, whatever in Canada. Though they don't, some of them don't pay much, but it's okay. You will now go to type, for example, cook jobs. For example, cook jobs. This is to know the kind of job that you can get from outside of Canada. Cook jobs with LMIA. That way you will know if it is genuine or not. So cook jobs with LMIA. Then the location, because I am not specifying any province now, we are just trying to make it open. But if you have a particular province in mind where you want to go, you can put it. But I don't want to be specific. I just put all of Canada. Then you will just enter it, then browse. Then you will see what I'm trying to explain. Okay. I think I'm missing something here. Or okay, or jobs with NMI. Let me put it like that. Okay, so these are jobs with LMIA. This one they posted it February. Why is it zooming out? Zooming like that? Does anyone know why this thing just looks cloudy? Okay, when you go, click on it, then you go down. He said, who can apply for this job? Not everybody can apply for this job. He said, you are only apply to this job if you are a Canadian citizen, permanent or temporary. Okay, so they gave the room of temporary residence. So if you are a visitor in Canada, you can apply for this job. But what I'm trying to say is how to know jobs with LMIA. You will see a green color. You will see a green color showing that this employer has LMIA. Okay, this is it. This is exactly what I'm looking for. See where my cursor is. This arrow is showing orange. It is not green. So look, read what they wrote here. This employer has applied for a labor market impact assessment to hire a foreign worker to fill labor or skills shortages on temporary basis. Canadians and permanent residents are able to are able and encouraged to apply. This employer does not have LMIA yet. He has only just applied for it from the government. But from what he's saying, he said Canadians are encouraged to apply. I didn't really see where they said temporary or foreigners. They said the employer has applied for LMI to hire a foreign worker to fill labor wherever. So for me, I would not apply for this kind of job because LMI could be approved or disapproved. So this person has a pending status. Do you understand? But if you keep checking and you see the one that has green, then you can go for it. Let's check this. The other thing you should check out for is this arrow. This arrow, it shows good. This means the employer is verified. Because you can't just apply for it. I don't know. You just have to keep narrowing your search like that. So let's check this. and see if the employer has LMI already. Otherwise, this one too has applied, but he hasn't got LMI yet. So the bad thing about that is if you go and get a job with that kind of employer, and if at the end of the day the employer doesn't get LMI, IRCC may not accept it. That's it, may not accept it. The same thing with this. So it's very few employers that you can see that they have um LMI already. They exist too. I made a video about it one time. So let's look for another job. Let's look for another job and see if we will see the ones with registered LMI. Hope you guys are enjoying this live session. And if you still have questions, just let me know. Just let me know so that we can talk more about it. So let's see if this person has, what should I put, what job title should I put? Let me put caregiver. Caregiver with LMIA. Location anywhere in Canada. All of Canada. Then you browse. So let's see the jobs where we can. So this one they pay $16 per hour. Let's see if the person is, see, the same thing. The status is still pending. Okay, so that's how you look for jobs that will earn you LMIE. You don't just apply for any job. So for the RNIP that I talked about, a friend of mine got a job from Moose Jaw. Yeah, a friend of mine got a job from Moose Jaw. So let's check it. So this one now is community based. I may have to send the link. I don't know if I may have to send the link to my email so that I can open it from here. So just give me a little time. Let me send it. That one is more direct. Once you get that, just send your CV to them. You can just put maybe 1 or 2 lines of message and you wait. So all those communities, I will list them. There are 11 communities doing this RNIP. Hope you guys can hear me. There are 11 communities doing RNIP currently now in Canada. As of April, you can get each link of these communities and apply for the jobs in demand. So let me see if I can just send the link to my email now, then I'll open it for you guys to see. So I like that. I like the RNIP because the whole thing looks so straight. In fact, as I am here in Saskatoon, if I get a job in Moose Jaw, I will go. If it's something that, oh, maybe I will go for some days, I will stay and come back. I will go because cost of living there is low and your bills automatically will be low. So just look at it from that angle. Then if in future you want to change your location, then it's good. So I've sent it to my Gmail. We'll look at it together. So it's here. Hope you can see it. I don't know why it's not showing, so let me just put it directly. So when you click on this link now, it should take me to their site. So these are the jobs you have. You see, plenty. So you can see most job, most job, most job. So if you're interested in this link, I can send it to you or put it in the comment section and pin it. Then you can now check for the position. So these jobs are strictly for those that want to come via RNIP. Once you can get this job, it operates like PMP. For example, let's click on engineers. Once you click on engineers, it's going to give you the jobs under it. See, see, most job. This one, let's check this one. You can see it. This is full time. This is temporary. Apply by 9th of May. So you can even apply from outside of Canada. Can you see it? So all you need to do is just to send your email. This is the employer's website. Then you can contact them here, maybe for follow-up. You get. So that's how this one is. So we have it like that for all the communities doing this RNIP program. Let's check this um, health. So I clicked on health. So these are the jobs. This is Saskatchewan Health Authority. This is most job. So this thing was posted May 4. That's today. I don't know if you can see it. May 4, that's today. So what you need to do is just to click on the job. Okay, I've checked this. Let's check this. That's because I clicked on health. Let's click something simple. So all these people are needed. So if you think you have what it takes to apply, then you do it. The successful candidate external to SHA are responsible to obtain and provide this hours of work, this. So about 80% of these jobs are for external people. Not for external people, I mean, but if you are not in Canada, you can apply for this job, and this job can make you get your permanent residence. That is after getting your work permit. This is not actually the link I was looking for, because this one is showing SAG's job. There's the one that is just Moose job alone, just peculiar to the community alone. That's actually the one I was looking for, but because of time, I couldn't really scroll through. So, like I said, that my friend got a job. He's in UK, but he just tried his luck, and the HR reached out to him. The HR reached out to him. So that is how it works. So you will watch out for that video where I'll be putting the links of these communities where you can get jobs from outside of Canada. And in one of my videos, I listed those jobs that don't need LMI too. You can check maybe my last 3 videos if you want to go through that route. If other one is fine, because the stress of getting an employer with LMI sometimes is too much. So that's it for that one. Then let me see if there are still more updates. Hope I was able to clarify how to get a job from outside of Canada. So apart from going through job bank, SAT job, British whatever job, you can go through LinkedIn. You can go through Google. Just go to Google, type jobs in demand in Canada, how to apply for jobs. That one is just straightforward. You can also get through Facebook. You can get through social media handles. You can get through a friend. If you have a friend here in Canada, maybe their place of work is looking for somebody, yeah, you can. You can. Like in my place of work, they were looking for someone that would do shifts, even if it's 3 hours. I told the person, I said I have somebody, but now if I'm to tell someone to come and do that job, it should be that that job will give her a letter. Is it nomination? Not nomination letter. there's a name they call it, is it attestation letter or confirmation letter? At least with that, you can show it to IRCC, and then that would help to apply for IT. Yeah, that will help to apply for IT. So this update came up yesterday, and it's still it's still related to this job of the thing. So Canada, new changes to Canada work permit LMI is effective from May. So now we have been talking about LMI. Let's look at the changes now to this LMI. He said Canada introduced new changes to the temporary foreign worker program. That's which allows Canadian employers to hire foreign workers on work permits after receiving a positive LMIA. This is what we are still saying. LMIA stands for Labour Market Impact Assessment, which is done by Employment and Social Development of Canada under request. Okay. So a positive LMI means that an employer is allowed to hire a foreign worker since they've been unable to fill the vacant job like that. So, however, job vacancies have now dropped. There are no more vacant jobs significantly, and unemployment rate is climbing. So the Canadian employment rate during the month of March was 6.1%, which was a 0.3% increase month on month. When we are telling people that there are no much jobs here, some people do not believe. That is why anyone you have here, you will guide it jealously. Jealously, there are no much jobs here. So if there are no much jobs here, it means it will affect those that are also applying from outside of Canada. But what will you do if most of the routes by which you can come to Canada is by getting a job offer? What will you do? The whole thing is, to me, it's getting tedious all the time. But with this RNIP, I think is a better option now, because some people in Canada, they will tell you they cannot go to the village. How can I go to the village? But me, I will go. You know why? I'm already living in the city. I'm living in Saskatoon. I can just go work, maybe work weekend and come back. So my case is different. But for those that they need to get stabilized in Canada by going to work there, I know it may not be too easy for them. So the Canadian government adjusted the temporary foreign worker program in response to shifting labor market conditions and a decline in job openings to ensure that it is only used when there are no qualifying Canadian people. Okay, so the update that came up on the 1st of April, it said that this TFW, whatever, will not be extended, and this. So, what are the changes now? So, it is important to know that some may confuse it with work permit validity, but this is actually the validity of LMIs. A time frame within which an employer has to hire a foreign worker and apply for a work permit. I'm not even understanding the new changes. Okay, I've seen it. So they now specified some jobs. Yeah. So what are the industries under the workforce? So like jobs in demand. So these are the ones that really, really get maybe jobs easily. Food manufacturing. You know, I said that thing before. Anything food, cooking, producing, but related to food is very lucrative in Canada. Wood product manufacturing, furniture, accommodation, and food services again. It's just that I don't want to do too many things at a time. If not, some of these things one just need to do it maybe as part time. Then construction, hospitals, nursing and residential care facilities. So employer will also assess salary for blah 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 blah. So many stories on this about this work permit. But just know what you will do. The trick to all this is, like I said, go to communities in those 5 provinces I mentioned. get the links to the jobs in those communities and apply. Don't even apply to one community alone in one province. Go to different provinces in this, that is these 5 provinces I mentioned earlier. Go to their communities there and apply for jobs there. It is far easier. I just went to job bank because that is the general place where you can get all the job adverts, or nearly all the job adverts in Canada. So let's go to the next update. I've been saying if you have any question. Okay, this one is grandparents sponsorship. That one, if you're already here as a PR or a citizen, you can sponsor your parents or your grandparents over, which is pretty easy. You don't need so much proof of fund. I think 1,250. Then you can actually apply for them maybe from here, and the processing is not long. I have a friend that brought the in-law, the parents, let me call the parents. The whole process did not take up to what is 3 months? It was not up to 3 months. So they are only trying to tell us here now that the whole application process will open May 21st. So this is for the benefit of those that are permanent residents or citizens here in Canada, and you want your parents or your grandparents to come over. So let's look at the next updates. I don't even want to talk about draws because there have been so many draws for the past few days. So this one now is IEC. That's talking about the traditional experience class. You know, recently there was an update that they want to be doing draws in a way that those in the house, when I say those in the house, those already living in Canada, will be selected more than those outside of Canada. So there was an update, I think, early last month. So now, truly a draw has been conducted. They said new IEC 2024 draw sent 2,036 work permit invitations. Wow. So so the largest IEC issued 1,776. So it's whatever they have said that they are implementing. That instead of leaving people in Canada that have been working for some years, then they will go and be selecting people from outside. That they should first of all face those in the house first before um, you know, selecting people from outside the house. So those are the updates, and like I said, I'll be editing that video I talked about so that you will understand more this RNIP, another route by which you can come to Canada. So I hope this live session makes sense. I will be waiting a little. If you have any question at all generally, please let me know. Then if it's the one you want to ask me personally, I have my email address attached to my bio, my YouTube bio. You can ask. One thing is that I'm always willing to help to the best of my knowledge. I'm not perfect, but I will just try my best to see, at least let everybody just get along. Although I am not jollof rice. Like I cannot please everybody, but the little I have, the little idea I have, I can use it to assist people. I can use to assist people. So for those that would also want to come and you don't know if you should do West or not, um if you are coming as a student, huh, some schools will not um, make it compulsory for you to do West. You know these things, information is power. Sometimes what you may be looking at like something too big, when you look at it or after passing through that stage, you will just see that it wasn't even as difficult as you thought. So just know what is right. So if you want to go through West and you don't know how to go about it, you need guidance, I can guide you with it. I did my West last year. Yes, last year. I did my West last year because I wanted to use it to apply for something here. Because if you are going to come through express entry, or you are coming through permanent resident, or you are coming as a skilled worker, you can't escape ECA. So WES is just a body that does credential assessments. Yeah, what's just so you can't escape it. Some people they are also finding it difficult in that stage how to apply for WES, which one of them they should do because there are different types you can do ICAP, this blah blah blah, immigration purpose. Then again, for those that will need to do license, hey, this immigration to Canada, it has many stages. So if you are the type that your profession is regulated, that's also another thing. Not until you put some things into place, others will not flow. For example, if you want to get a nomination in a particular province and your profession is the one that requires licensing, you first of all get that license. If you don't get that license, you can't move forward. You can't proceed. Because they will tell you you need a license to be able to, get your nomination. But if your profession is not the type that requires licensing, then good for you. Good for you. So that's how it is. So I'll be ending this live video now, and in case you have come with me this far, I do appreciate you. I'm looking tired because today Saturday, we are trying to clean up and everything. So I just wanted to bring out this time to go live for anybody that may have any question to ask. And for those that asked, I hope I was able to answer your questions. So if you haven't liked this video yet, please do. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, support me by hitting the red button, and then don't forget to share this video. So thanks for the support all the way. I don't take it for granted at all. Once again, I'm not an immigration agent. I'm not an immigration expert. I just do my research to see how I can help my people. See you all. Bye. So watch out for that video that I talked about. It's really, really detailed. You guys will like it. At least another way to help. Yeah.